Hey guys, it's Story. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm coming at you with a long overdue fall book haul. So a couple updates. I got some glasses. What do y'all think? I feel so weird. I just don't look right. I don't know what it is. I guess I'm a booktuber now, mom. Also, quick candle update before we get into the books. If you didn't know, I started an Etsy shop where I'm making bookish and other types of candles. And the first one I did was a Midnight Sun inspired candle. So I'll show you a close-up here. The link is in the description. I only have a few left, and once those are out, I'm going to start my fall themed astrology candles, which I'm super excited for. I have one for every sign. I'm starting with fire and air signs first, so yeah, just a few more of these left, and then whenever these are sold out, I'm going to begin my astrology ones. And let me tell you, the fall themed scents are out of this world. I am so proud of myself. I did a lot of testing. Just a quick little candle update for you guys if you're interested. My hair is also darker. I went back to dark brown. I know it looks like almost black on camera, but it'll probably fade here in a week, I hope. And other than that, let's go ahead and get into the books. These are mainly books I got this fall. I was kind of on a book buying ban. I think 3 of these books I bought in August, but since then I haven't bought any books until recently. So I feel pretty good about myself. I didn't buy books for a while, but lately I've just been really excited to buy spooky fall aesthetic type books. Starting off strong here, but the first book I got is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This is a very, very hyped up new release by V.E. Schwab, or better known as Victoria Schwab. I'm actually filming a reading vlog for this. It'll be my next video up. I literally just started it, so I'm only like 2 chapters in or something like that, but it's okay so far. I mean, I've only read 2 chapters, so I can't really say. This is about Addie LaRue, who originally lived in France in the 1700s. We are following her throughout her life, which happens to be like 300 years because she made a deal with the devil so that she could be immortal, but there is a twist to the deal. No one she meets can ever remember her. So as soon as she leaves a person, they immediately forget her. Every person forgets her, so she can't actually make relationships through the span of this very long life. Every year on her birthday, she sees the devil and he tries to convince her to let him have her soul. I'm so excited to just sit down and read this book already. I wasn't originally going to get it beforehand, but there was a lot of hype, and then after people started reading it, there was just like even more hype saying that it's like so good. So I really want to read it now. I want to read something spooky. I would love a book about the devil. I think that's awesome. I know this was pitched as the girl falls in love with the devil, but I've heard that that is not the case. So I'm not really sure why that was pitched. But yeah, the only thing I've read from V.E. Schwab is the Monsters of Verity duology, Our Savage Song and Our Dark Duet, which I really liked. I gave the series as a whole like 4 or 4.5 stars. I do really like her as a writer, and I did start reading this, and it's definitely like an adult version of her writing, and I'm just here for it. I'm very excited. You can see my excitement in the vlog, trust me. Be on the lookout for that. The next book is a big one for me as well, and that is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. So I've actually never read Leigh Bardugo before. I plan on reading the Six of Crows duology for the first time this winter. I think I'm gonna start in November, beginning of December, probably December 1st, because I'm thinking about doing a read along on my channel. When I talked about reading Six of Crows for the first time in my last video, I got a ton of comments saying that they were reading Six of Crows for the first time too. So if you guys want to do a read along, just let me know down below. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think we should start on December 1st so that we can just clear off December for Six of Crows and possibly Crooked Kingdom. Again, just leave me a comment down below if you want to do it or like this video, and we'll do that. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'll do a reading vlog for it, and then maybe we can start a Discord. I don't know, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. And I'm excited to give Leigh Bardugo a try. I might read Ninth House first. I think I'm going to finish Addie LaRue, read Ninth House, and then I'll probably start Six of Crows. I think that's the plan. So I don't know if that's a good move to read Ninth House before Six of Crows, but in this book we follow Alex, who originally lived in Los Angeles. She has sort of a hippie mother that takes care of her. I don't know if she really cares that much for her because something happens to where there are a bunch of homicides and Alex almost dies. This mysterious person offers her to go to Yale University to join this club. I don't know if I'm pitching this right, but this is what the synopsis says. She then goes to Connecticut to Yale University, discovers the secret society which is ran by politicians, and I think think it might just be a cult. So I'm totally here for this. I will definitely read about a cult set at Yale. I'm obsessed with Ivy League schools ever since I watched Gilmore Girls for the first time when I was younger. I'm super excited to read this. I know there's like actual secret societies within like politicians, and Leigh Bardugo literally made it like one big mystery and she turned it into a cult. So I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to read. Probably not, well, no, I think it'll be fun. That's weird to say. I've wanted to read this for the longest time. Yeah, getting to this one very soon. The next book I'm super excited about because it is my first physical ARC ever. I've received a ton of e-ARCs or ebooks, but I actually don't prefer them. I really don't read ebooks in general, unless it's poetry, and no one ever sends me poetry ebooks for some reason. And that is One by One by Ruth Ware. So Ruth Ware's team sent me an ARC, so thank you to them. The publisher is Scout Press. I don't know if the publisher sent it to me or her specific agent. I just know it was Ruth Ware's team. So again, thank you to them. I'm so happy. I actually got 2 ARCs back to back for the first time, but I actually have 4 Ruth Ware books. I've just never given her a shot. I did this thing where I would save her books until the fall time and then I would just end up reading other books. So I know my mom really likes her. She loves mystery and thrillers, so I'm gonna give her all my Ruth Ware books after I get through all of them, but this is the new one that just came out. We're following our main character who is going on a work retreat, a company retreat to somewhere very, very cold. I'm actually not sure exactly where they go, but they are going to do like team building and stuff like that in a cabin, I believe, together. But an avalanche happens. I've never experienced an avalanche, so I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but there is an avalanche. It's then to a point of survival for our main character and her employees, and I'm just like imagining myself in this situation, like what I would do, and such an interesting scenario, especially for a thriller. I'm not sure if this is a mystery. Maybe some murders start happening and we don't know who the killer is, something like that. But I'm super excited to give Ruth Ware a shot, finally. I didn't know she was a Nashville author. I live in Nashville, hello. I don't know if she's from Nashville, actually. I probably shouldn't say that, but her team is in Nashville, so I was just like mind blown when I found that out. I will definitely get to this fall. Next is Middle Game by Shawnee McGuire. This is a recommendation from Books and Lala again. I know I talk about her in like literally every video, but she's my favorite booktuber and this is one of her favorite books of all time. I also have a few friends here on BookTube that have told me they love this book as well, so I wanted to read it for the longest time and it finally was online, like discounted, so I had to grab it as soon as I saw it. I didn't even get any other book. I just snatched this real quick, put it in my cart, and bought it immediately. I didn't realize how big it is though. Like it's much bigger in person, which is great. I'm not in a reading slump or anything. This is about twins named Roger and Dodger, but they are not human, aren't necessarily gods either. The synopsis says they're kind of like an in-between. So they were created by this guy, I think his name is Reed. I have a feeling Reed is going to be the villain of the story. I actually don't know that, or he has some sort of plan with Roger and Dodger, but he created them and he's going to do something with them. We just don't know what. Roger is a male and he has something with words, and then Dodger is a female and she has something to do with numbers. I know that's like very vague, but I just have no idea exactly what's going on in this book because if you read the synopsis, it's very short and it's very vague. And I believe there is an actual game involved. I think that's what Kayla said. I don't know what Reed's plans are with these twins. He has created these magical twins, but I'm super excited to find out. This has been a book I've wanted to read for the longest time, so hopefully I can get to it this fall. Next is another ARC I have received from a publisher here in Nashville that I'm super excited to show because again, this is the first time I've received physical ARCs. I'm just really grateful, so thank you to them. I received Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed. I have wanted to read this book since I saw it. I think it was the group book for a readathon I did. Was it BookTubeathon? I can't remember. Just literally looking at the cover, like this bright fluorescent blue and this neon pink. I could just stare at this book all day. I think I might just like keep it on my coffee table for like the end of time. I don't know. It's just so, I just love looking at it and it feels really good, and I'm super happy to have this book. But thank you to Kylie Reed's team for sending this to me. This is Putnam, 1813, right? Random House. Oh, okay. So this was sent to me by Penguin Random House, I think. This is a very important book right now because it is commentary on today's social climate, as you all know, with racism in America today and requests for justice reform. This is a great book if you want to educate yourself a little bit. It is about a babysitter who is Black and she babysits a white child or white children. I can't remember if there's more than two, but she's out at the grocery store with this child. She ends up being on like the news, like I think the video is recorded where they're treating her badly. I'm not sure exactly what happens. I don't think it says in the synopsis. And the mother of this child is furious and doesn't know what to do. So I think it's about them two coming together and figuring this out, and we are just following our main character as she's being treated this way and what happens, what she does about it, and her experience. And I'm just super excited to read this book. It's just so beautiful and I feel like it will be really good to read. Also, I've heard nothing but good things about this book. Everyone loves this book and raves about it, so I'm super excited to give it a try. Next, I have a couple mystery thrillers, which I really don't read unless it is the fall time. Like I said, I'm really bad about like saving books until the fall. I need to stop doing that. But yeah, I buy mysteries and thrillers all the time, but I will not read them until fall. I actually got these next two books for my mom. She has read them really quickly, said they're both 5-star books, really good, and gave them back to me to read. But the first one is The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn. So this is about a girl who is a bit of a loner and a hermit. She just spends all day inside. She never really leaves. And one thing she does to pass the time or to entertain her is she will people watch from her window. And that's all fine until a family moves in next door and some things start happening and our main character witnesses it. That's all I really know about this. I don't want to know anymore. I like to go into mysteries really not knowing much at all. Sometimes I won't even read the synopsis. I just have heard people say it's a mystery and it's good, so then I'll buy it. This is a really high rated book. It gets a lot of hype, so if I am going to read a mystery, it's definitely going to be this one or this next one I'm about to show you. And that is Then She Was Gone by Lisa Joel. So this is about a woman whose daughter has gone missing. It was very abrupt. She doesn't know what happened. A lot of people say that she ran away from home, but she does not believe that. She starts dating this new guy and she's introduced to his family, but it's weird because his daughter is basically a twin of her daughter, which I've never heard something like that happen in a book before. So I'm very intrigued to see what that's all about. Yeah, not a lot to go off of again, but I'm happy when mystery or thriller synopsises don't give you too much. So sorry if the angle changed. I feel like it definitely has, but the card was too full. I was just saying that for Then She Was Gone, I've never seen that being portrayed in like a mystery thriller before, so I feel like that's pretty interesting. If I get to the other book first, although these are both rated super high, so I'm sure this is good as well. I just don't know if I'll get to it. Next is The Beautiful by Renee Attier. I've talked about this book on my channel a couple times now, but this is about vampires set in New Orleans. Can't really get any more like Halloween vibes from a book, I feel like, than that. Our main character is originally in France, but she has to flee, so she goes to New Orleans where she finds out that there's a whole like underground vampire takeover. I'm not sure if our main character is a vampire or if she becomes a vampire, but I know that she becomes obsessed with like the leader of the vampires. His name is Sebastian. Yeah, and her name is Celine. It's also set in 1872, so we're in New Orleans with a bunch of vampires. They basically have taken over New Orleans and it is set back in the day. I know quite a few people that are obsessed with this book and the second book as well. I think the second book just came out to this. I definitely want to get to this, but I just feel like I need a break from vampires for a while because I reread the Twilight Saga and then I read Midnight Sun. Once I feel like coming back to it, I'm definitely going to pick this book up first out of like any other vampire book because you know your girl likes vampires. Next is a book I've actually already read, and that is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I love this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It is about a girl that goes to this island that her family owns every summer, and her family is there, but what's most important to her is her cousins and then her cousin's friend who she has a thing for. They call themselves the Liars, and they spend every summer together on this island. But one summer, our main character accidentally hits her head on a rock. They were doing something adventurous. She kind of messed her head up a little bit and has had problems ever since. She becomes becomes severely depressed. And it's really about her finding her way after that and finally coming back to the island after this traumatic event happened so that she can see her friends and her family. And it's like, it's just so good. It's not even like, that's what it's about, but it's also not about that. And I don't want to spoil anything, but it's just a really, really, really good book. And it's a short book. You can get through it pretty quickly. I know it's set in the summer, but trust me, it's perfect for this time of year, especially like the beginning of fall. And I feel like we're still kind of in the beginning or like the middle of fall. So you should definitely pick this one up. It's really good and you should just read it. I know a lot of people hyped this up back in the day when it first came out. I'm just late to the game, but I am really happy that I picked it up. So you definitely should too. And the last book I've actually saved till the end on purpose because it's not really like a fall book, but I got this back when it was still summer, and that is The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. You might not be able to see it very clearly because of the lighting, so I'm sorry about that, but this is about our main character who breaks up with her boyfriend and needs to move into a place very quickly. So she moves into a flat with a guy she doesn't know, but this guy is only there during the day, so she gets the flat at night and on the weekends because he works the night shift and she works the day shift. So they are literally sharing this flat, but they do not know each other. They never see each other. So they start leaving, you know, little notes to each other so that they can communicate, and then friendship starts from there, and then I'm gonna guess a relationship. So it's basically a cute little contemporary about these two roommates, kind of. I don't know if they fall in love, but some stuff's gonna be happening and I'm very excited for it. I've had a lot of friends, again, really, do you see my dog back there? She's mad at me because she wants to play and I'm doing this. So she's literally been growling at me in the background this whole time and I'm gonna have to edit it out. Anyways, I've heard a lot of people really like this, especially some people I know that are really into contemporary. So I did get this for the summer. It was literally like the only contemporary I wanted to read at the end of the summer because I didn't get it until like the middle. And I'm really sad I never did get to it. So I think after like this winter season, it's probably gonna be the first book I pick up because I'm just super excited for a cute little contemporary I can just read real quick and lose myself in. Yeah, I'm really excited for this one and I'm kind of sad I never did pick it up before autumn, to be honest. So those are all the books that I am hauling today. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, of course, if you haven't, if you feel like it. And I will see you guys in my next one. Stop. Bye.